My name's Steve Atkinson. In this short demonstration I'm going to talk about the SentryBay Armored Client for Citrix Windows Edition and how it handles anti-keylogging. So the Armored Client on Windows actually creates a separate secure Workspace instance when it's launched, and this has its own inbuilt secure browser, and it also fully protects the Citrix receiver processes when they're in use. It implements a kernel mode filter driver for anti-keylogging, also provides anti-screen scraping capture, anti-tampering, and some other security protections that are relevant to ensuring confidentiality on the endpoint where the Citrix remote access has been conducted. Also, if malware or an attacker has gained local admin or system privileges, it cannot break into the SentryBay secure workspace session. So I often get asked what type of keyloggers are prevented by the Armored Client on Windows. So the answer is that any software keylogger, no matter what language it's written in, whether it's C++, Python or PowerShell even. And to prove this, we can use event tracing for Windows, ETW. So anything in Windows can be traced, including the keyboard. If we set the appropriate level of input tracing, we have the ultimate Windows keylogger, as it will be operating at kernel level. And there's an ETW tool freely available on GitHub, which enables us to easily enable and collect logs. The package also has the Windows Performance Analyzer, the WPA tool, as part of it now, and that's used to view and analyze the logs. So now I'm going to show you a short demonstration. So here we have our Windows 10 desktop, and I'm just going to launch the ETW tool. So once it launches, we need to set the input tracing to full, which is kernel mode, and as you can see, it even states that it's going to do some keyboard logging, and in this case we're logging to a file. So we start the trace, and now I'm going to start Notepad and just type in real desktop. And now what we'll do, so the login is still ongoing, we'll start the Armored Client for Citrix. So it's now created the secure desktop, secure workspace session. I'm going to log on to the Citrix gateway. In this case it's a lab, so there's no two-factor authentication. And now I'm going to launch my Citrix desktop, my Citrix session. And again I'm going to launch Notepad, and in this case type in virtual desktop. Okay, so we minimize the Citrix toolbar and return to the normal desktop. I'm just going to type some more text in the real Notepad, so back to real desktop. Now we can stop or save the trace and then stop the tracing, and you'll see it generates a log file, and we can simply right click that and launch the WPA tool. And once the file's loaded, we can obviously look at performance data in here, but we're interested in the keyboard buffer. So expand the multi-input section, and you see the keystrokes, the keyboard. So we'll just resize that window. Just scroll across, and we can see the keystrokes. Okay, so these have come from the real desktop session. So you can see when we've launched Notepad, and then I entered the real desktop. So if we scroll down the log, we'll notice that nothing from that we typed when we were in the Armored Workspace has been logged, either from the browser when I logged on or from the Citrix session itself. Only the text once we reverted back to the normal desktop. So this proves that nothing was logged at all from the Armored Workspace by ETW. So as you can see, the SentryBay Armored Client for Citrix defeats keylogging on Windows. The other question we get asked quite a lot is, what about other keyboard filter drivers. So if another application or even malware has inserted its own kernel mode filter keyboard driver, how does that work with the Armored Client? Well, put simply, if the SentryBay driver can't load as the highest priority in the kernel, the Armored Client will not function. And also, the driver sends either blank output or obfuscated keystrokes to other applications for a keylogging attack as well. So that concludes the demonstration. I appreciate the time for watching. There's some more links here to more relevant information about the Armored Client and some other articles that are on Citrix.com. And also, the bottom one for Secure Academy. So Paula at Secure Academy has produced a blog which shows using ETW for keylogging as well. Okay, thanks for watching.